Life path number 2, how you doing? So knock at the door. There's something knocking at the door. It's like knock, knock, knock. It's like someone's knocking at your door. Someone's ringing your bell. Someone's going to ring someone's bell. And I'm hearing they're ringing and they're ringing and they're ringing and they're calling and calling and calling. Someone's on for a booty call, I'm thinking. Picking up a booty call. It's like, I'm on call. Sorry, I can't. I'm busy. I'm on call. It's like, no, I'm on call. Can you go on hold a second? I'm on call. I'm on call. I'm on call. Someone's uncool and someone's cool. It's like, cool rider. Someone's up for a cool ride. Someone likes riding quite a lot. Maybe donkeys or horses. Who knows? Anyway, life path number 2. So this is a set of readings that I've done a long time ago, and I thought I would catch up and continue to do them. So I went through the whole life paths, but this also relates to your personal year, or also your, I'm also hearing Randy or Shandy or Andy, the name Andy, or Handyman, Handy, 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 Andy, Andy, Handy, Andy, some kind of Andy or Pandy, Andy Pandy. And that was a book. You might be authors or writing or Arthur, okay, but I'm picking up Andy and Pandy, Mandy. I'm also picking up Mandy, 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 Mandy. Anyway, life path number 2. So this is going to relate to your personal year number or your life path number. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure you go on any Google site or YouTube site and ask how to calculate my life path numbers and personal year numbers. You can also download apps that give you loads of different numbers that relate to your life path, healing, soul urge, all this kind of stuff. And then check those numbers and come back and check this if you haven't. Okay, so this is for life path number 2 for September 2020, and we do a tarot reading. But I'm hearing Andy, 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 Shandy, Mandy. Some Shandy, Randy. Some Mandy is Randy. Someone called Mandy is Randy. It's like Randy Rhodes. Some kind of Randy Rhodes is on the road. Cancerian. Something to do with Randy and on the road. Some kind of Cancerian on the road. It's like, well, I'm on the road. I'm always on the road. It's like road rage and road run. Run. Someone is definitely dealing with a 7 or a Cancerian. But I'm hearing that I'm running here and I'm running there and running out of time. But I am Shandy, Randy, and Andy angry. Oh, okay, someone's aggressively in. Someone wants their clothes ripping right off them, is what I'm feeling. Honestly, number 2. Okay, it's like I'm Shandy, I'm Randy, and then I'm angry. It's like I'm angry. It's like angry sex. That's what I'm picking up. Someone wants angry sex. I don't know if someone hasn't like done something for a while and they're like, man, I could rip that person's clothes right off them right now. This is what I'm picking up. Something to do with that ripping off, being ripped off though. Some of you probably feel around your work that you're being ripped off. Okay, I'm also hearing cliffhanger. Cliffhanger? That was Sylvester Stallone, right? But cliffhanger? Something to do with there's a cliffhanger to it. It might be a Pisces because it could be relating to a fall energy. So I'm relating that there's a cliffhanger. Someone's hanging up clothes or hanging something up or very hung up on someone. It's like I'm always hung up. It's like I'm hung up on you emotionally, but then I'm also hung up. It's like, oh no, I can't. I'm hung up today. I'm like very busy today. It's like, oh, I'm hung up over you. Someone's in the closet posting something in the closet. Posting. You might work for a postal service, or putting a lot of posts up on Facebook, or posting pictures, or posting something, hosting something. Some of you could be toasting or hosting. Hopefully it's not the 3 of Cups of anything bad, but hosting, like your greatest host. I'm hearing also occupying a human host, which is like a ghost. Some of you could have a ghost around, also ghost. Don't freak out though. Contact a medium. But, ghost. I contact people's ghosts all the time. I go to the house and I talk with the ghost. But ghosts, honestly I do. I have done. Ghosts. There's a host. There's a ghost and a host. It's like when there's a host, there's a ghost. But some of you are hosting something, toasting, like cheers, happy birthday. Could be relating to a Virgo energy. But hosting Virgo. Toasting Virgo. Something to do with Virgo's birthday. Okay. I'm also hearing hosting something though, around ghosting, around something to do with anything esoteric. I'm trying to think of path number 2. Oh, okay, Mel, that's you. Sorry, but I'm doing a clairvoyant thing, evening type sort of thing, and they do actually have a ghost, don't you, Mel? Actually do have a ghost. And I forgot your life path number 2, right? Sure, can't remember. Yes, 2 and 3. Anyway, sorry, someone I know personally. So there's your story. Isn't that funny? So I'll be contacting. We're doing a clairvoyant thing and hosting. Anyway, so we're going to go on with it. That's some strange, bizarre reading. So sorry. Anyway, thanks very much. See you. No. So what we're going to do is now is look at your tarot reading, life path, or number 2. Anything that relates to number 2. 22222. It's like 22222. I can see twin flame. 2224. Some kind of like something to do with 4. Okay. Something to do with the 4, which would be to do with the house and the home, and the stability of soulmate twin flames. Okay, anyway, number 2. Let's see, number 2. For September 2020, life path number 2. For September 2020, what have they got coming up? For life path number 2. For September 2020. Sagittarius, right at the top. Twin flame, new person for some of you. A strong connection via psychic hits. I'm getting psychically hit by a 2. So there's the 4. There you go. Prison sentence and a jail. That's called a marriage for a lot of you, or a commitment at home. For a lot of you, hopefully this is not a prison sentence, but for a lot of you, this is this is a new. 2 is always me new. If it's not new, it's like you're just rekindling some kind of like twin flame, soulmate energies. Some of you could be between where you've got a soulmate, they're a new person, and you had an old person that was a twin flame. Okay, and so a lot of you probably had children or kids with someone that was a twin flame at one point, but now they have now gone from a 6. It would be the 6 of Cups, but basically they've gone from twin flame to soulmate. So some of you are with your actual soulmate here. Which is 2 and 2 here. So it's like, well, I've got my soulmate, and then I've also got my house and my home, which is cushy and everything's good. But I also in the past have an also twin flame of someone that I was married to or in a relationship with that I have children with here also. So you've got soulmate twin flame energies. So, man, the old dynamic between this reading could take me a year to explain the different ways of this happening. I think the majority of that is kind of like hitting the nail on the head a little bit. Something to do with the coffin, something to do with coughing or a coughing dodger, I'm sorry, that would relate to Scorpio energy. But I'm hearing rekindling one's soulmate. Some of you have got a new person, straight up, this is a new person. New person, new soulmate, 2 of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, 2 here. Okay, for a lot of you, that is your present soulmate, the person that you're with, whether them be new or old. And the old person that you've been with or have been with in a relationship with in the past is a lot to do with twin flame energies of 2, which is here, which is going between house and home and families and old twin flame, old relationship, old marriage, children, house from home. House from home. Also always out of the home, but then also very appreciative when you get back in it. Okay, this is also waiting for someone to get out also, or get back in prison, either way. Some of you think that there is a person around you that should be locked up, and some of you are waiting for your twin flame to be released from prison. There's also trying to be released from some sort of sentencing that would be around court or children. Okay, there is some sort of sentence that someone's trying to form together. Put something together, like a case to do with the 4, which was to do with the house and the home and marriage. So someone around your energy of twin flame soulmate here is trying to put a case together, which is like a divorce or a actual marriage itself. Some of you could well be divorcing from, or somebody could hear from, an old marriage, because this is either a new one, like once you're divorced you can get married, or if you're married, I don't think you are. I think for a lot of you, you're not married, you just want to get married, which is the 2 of Cups, or can get married, or make this relationship longer. But the decision of 2 is like, well, on one hand I've got the old person and the new person, I have to get divorced first, and then when I get divorced, it's coming from around Sagittarius energy because it's the leading card. Okay, so it's coming from around here. So this Sagittarius here, because it's fire and a fire sign, is already married or in a relationship already here. This is where it could get very difficult for a lot of you, life path number 2, so don't let me lose you. There's something like, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose. It's like, I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose. We can't lose. It's like, well, we just can't lose. We can't lose them. There's something around like a winning and losing 5 energy, possibly coming up 5 of swords, because that would be winning and losing. Like, I need to win something over and I need to win. I need to win, but we've got to wait to see what happens first before we win. But there would have to be someone that loses something, which could be a part of the house, because it would relate to half goes to me and half goes to you. 2 here, 2 there. So, and that's why there's 2. It's kind of like house from home. You might always be very confused, number 2, between exes and future partners and partner presently and then past. Okay, because you would relate to like Libra energy as well too. You would have the High Priestess here. So there would be secrets that have to be kept, not talking also at times that you might find yourself very quiet and reserved. Okay, there are possible secrets here that are possibly hidden from a Libra energy. That could be Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus of a past partner. Okay, but Libra energy would also represent justice, so there could be a lot of where you might see and have seen a lot of legal stuff, like illegal things in your life that could have been things that have been very illegal or uncouth, or things that shouldn't really happen and go on. There could be a lot of silence in court and a lot of silencing and being made to feel like you need to keep quiet in certain circumstances and you can't quite engage in your intuition. But your intuition through 2 would always grow, because it's still the High Priestess. So what I'm picking up through your energy is that there is a lot of things that are alluring around your energy of divorces and marriages, and also things that you've noticed that are around the separation of house and home, like children from house and home, not being present at home, always going between one and going between another, and going between one and a mother and a father and another mother, and the father of the child, and the child has the father, but the father has another mother. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's going from mother to mother to mother to mother. Some mothers do have them, as Frank Spencer used to say. So you've got a lot of that energy here, number 2. So let's see for September for life path number 2. Please give me a tarot reading, please, for September 2020 for life path number 2. Yeah, children. So children, silence in court. We've got to think about this because the children are involved. So what are we going to do? Children, I don't want the children involved. If there's a separation or marriage, I really don't want the children involved. You might realise that there are a lot of children that are quiet, that have been silenced in certain ways before speaking. This is kind of like an energy of feeling like, well, I can only be spoke to in a certain way, but I can only be spoke when spoken to. So it's like a lot of you, because it's not actually speaking, these cards, they think. Okay, so it's more like, well, we're thinking about it, but what am I thinking about my child? So I'm thinking about a vulnerable child for a lot of you, where they're caught up in the middle of some sort of court case or a ex-marriage, and they are part of this 4. Also, children presently are also part of this 4. So there's home from home definitely here, though. Someone is very curious about this house and this home and the stability of it and renovations and making the house homely for children here, the one that you're presently in. But that can also be the X as well as a mirror, because that's a trigger and a mirror. Okay, so you're going to get very confused with that, because it still represents 2 and 2 in my eyes. So what you've kind of got is where you might see that your partner or your ex has a nice house and home, and the children go and stay there, and then you have a nice house and you have a nice home, and they come and stay at yours. Okay. Also, what you've got is renovating the house and the home for children to make it comfortable for them to live in the house that you're presently at here, as well as at the same time the ex-husband or wife, if there is one, is doing exactly the same thing. They're trying to make their house and their home. This is a little bit like, who's got more? I've got more, you've got more. You've got more, I've got more of them, you've got some of them, you've got one of them, I've got 2 of them. Some of you have got 3 children, and you've got 2, and the other person's got 1. Okay, so you might always see that you've got 2 children around you, or you could physically just have 2 children. But whichever way it is like I've got 2, you've got 1, or I've got 1 and you've got 2, or I've got 2 of them all of the time and you've only got 1. It's something like that. Okay, 2 and 2, 3. Well, 4. Sorry, not mathematics. I'm thinking of like a. Let's see, for life path number 2 for September 2020. Life path number 2 for 2020. Please get it hurry. It's for life path number 2 for 2020. Wow, magician. Y'all are like manifesting a better house and a better home and a better stability and a better person. For a lot of you, this is a brand new soulmate that's just come into your life here. Twin flame energy soulmate for a lot of, could be for a lot of you, because magician is always, well, let's start fresh, let's start over again, let's start from word go, which means on your marks, get set, go. Right, we've got work to do. Okay, there's work to do spiritually that you've also got with these people and this person that you've come together with, which is also Z twin flame and also past twin flame, future twin flame, past soulmate energies kind of thing. We've got a new start, new beginning at work, a new start with my children. Okay, we're trying to pull everything together and ground it for them to make a stable house and a stable home for them to live in, as well as all of us. Okay, all of us. This is a coming together through the magician, which is a meeting of coming together, of pulling everybody together for something. Okay, I'm definitely picking up, like, let's just come together right now over me. You might have a very good sexual partner that likes to do it together at the same time, kind of thing, which is on your marks, get set, go. Right, who's first? This kind of thing, right? But you've got like, let's come together. So what you have y'all coming together for, it's up to you. Well, it's pretty much good in a way, right? So it's like, well, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's like, well, you come first and then I'll come second. Something to do with a race or a sports day. Something to do with like, well, you're always first. It's like, yeah, I'm first. It's like, no, you're second. It's like, why am I always second? It's like, well, you're a number 2. That's why you're a second. It's like, no, I'm first. It's like, no, you're not first. I'm number 1. Yeah, but you can't be a number 1 and always first if I'm a number 2. That's probably why you're always competitive. You've got a competitive energy here of always trying to come first because you've probably always been second. Or this could be your partner that always wants to come first. There is something to do with a competition and a race of like, who can do this first. Anyway, we're going to get on with the rest of the show. We've gone for 20 minutes, nearly 17 minutes. So if you want to watch the rest of this reading, Life Path number 2, this may be something that may continue for the rest of the different months. But as this is a first port of call, I'm going to put it over on Tier 1 and Tier 2 because it's a monthly. But it will only be for this month. If I continue it next month, it might only go to Tier 2s. As we're just kicking this off as a new set of readings again, it will go to Tier 1 and Tier 2 members, this one. Okay, so if you are interested in the rest of your reading of what you've got coming up, of what I can foresee for the future as well, but it's for September, but we'll see. You can find it on Tier 1 and Tier 2, and the link is below to Patreon. Also, you've got loads of different things that are coming out on Tier 2, if you are members. The 1st until the 15th, that will be over there. I'm not sure when this is going to be released, but it is released on the 1st until the 15th. The 15th until the rest of the month actually comes out around the 12th or 13th, something like that, and I post them up, but they don't come out on YouTube. So if you wonder where the weeklies are, and the bi-weeklies, they go straight to Tier 2. So if you are Tier 2 members, you get those as well. And then we also go for the question and answer. I will post something up during mid-month and ask everybody if you want to leave a question, you can, but follow the guidelines of what it is that I post up when it's posted. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below, but everything will be in the show more section. You can have a read and see if you want to join or anything like that, or you want to reach out for a personal reading or a Skype call. Okay guys, so let's see what's going to happen for the rest of your month, life path number 2 or personal year number 2. Thanks guys, see you soon.